parties over.
Oh.
You know, our landlady was Jewish and her husband was a rabbi.
Mm.
And so, anyway, they were good to me. I paid my rent. I worked like on Alvarado. I walked 3 blocks to my work.
Mm.
Up around the corner, the drugstore, and across the street, and that's where I worked.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to take no streetcar or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so she wanted to go to New York to her niece's, was having a birthday party. I don't know how, she was young, but she just wanted to get away, I guess. You know, so her husband finally, well, he let her go if if somebody could go with her.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want to pay somebody else's way, you know, really, you know. And so, and nobody guess would go with her because of the money or whatever, you know.
Right.
So she asked me if I'd like to go on a trip to New York. And I said, oh, well, that's a big place, still pretty young. And I says, yeah, I never been there. Yeah, I'd like to go. I'll go with you. So they paid my way and I went with her. It's her companion. We were there for 2 weeks, supposedly. And they had a party for her daughter, and I guess they were trying to marry her off or whatever. And somebody came and brought the sailor with them. And, you know, we talked, and he asked me if I would go out on a date the next day or something. I told him I was busy. And finally, I agreed to meet him for lunch, you know. About the 3rd day I was there. I guess it was for my birthday, and he asked me to marry him. And I thought, well, why not? I get to travel all over. You don't get to. It's interested in traveling. You know? But I get to see the world. The commercials will be.
So he's in Navy.
Yeah, he was a chief petty officer in the Navy.
And then that's Bill.
Yeah, we got married in Nevada. They married us before he sailed. He made arrangements on the ship. And we had that night. She'd leave it the next day. Mm. If I had had his picture, I would not even remember what he looked like by the time he got back. I was introduced to Hope Chapel by my son, Elsie Stewart. It was a surprise. He was surprising me. So he invited me and his mother-in-law, they were invited. We were a Catholic, and she says, you're here too? And I says, yes, I don't, what are you doing here? And she says, I said, I don't know. Says, Rick just asked me to come. So here I am, you know. When I was talking to her at first, my son showed up and sat right next to me, but he was in shorts, you know, stringing down, you know, but he was clean. So I looked at him and I didn't say anything, you know, I didn't say anything to him, but the thoughts run into my head. I have to talk to him. You don't go to church looking like a bum. So anyway, when I turned back and say something to him, he's gone. Towel and all, and I thought, oh, he went to the restroom to change. Probably, you know, that's why he had the towel. That's what I'm thinking. And then I turned around, I was talking to Caroline, and the speaker came on, and it was him. My son was up on the stage, and I wondered, well, what is he doing up there? No, what is he doing up there? He don't even like to talk. What's he, you know, I didn't know what he was doing there anyway. I said, then to go before us, be before the microphone. So I was really, you know, I thought, I hope he has something good to say up there. And anyway, he told him he was a Christian, and that he said, whatever, he introduced himself, but he introduced himself as a Christian. around 4 or 5 years old, they showed us a picture, the orphanage, and Bob Hope and Bing Crosby were in it, and Hedy Lamour.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved singing, and the people looked so joyous on there, and he looked so pretty, and the music sounded, and they were really happy. And I decided that's where I'm going to live.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. This place called Hawaii, I left him a slate or something, you know, snack before we went to bed, because it was Saturday night or Sunday night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I headed for the chapel there. I walked, I can remember it was all quiet and misty, like spiritual looking, you know, this. And I walking, strutting like Titus, but I was moving my hands. He goes like this. And I was just strutting this way up to the altar, and I knelt down before the cross, before God, looked up at him, and I said, well, you can make everything. Will you take me to Hawaii? I want to go to Hawaii. I like it there. I think I'll like it there. I want to see that place. I want to live there. Would you take me? I said, nobody ever gives me nothing. I never ask anybody for anything. I never get anything anyway. You know, throughout my life that I didn't work for. So I said, thank you. I went back out in the dining room, and since that day forward, my dreams have been to be here. I didn't make it until the age 62. Supposed to be retired. Well, with what? I didn't have any money, and I had to help support my kids. But I managed to save money for the airline ticket. This agency lived up the block from where I lived. And I started putting money away. She started putting money away. She arranged for me to come to Hawaii for 2 weeks. And they owned a place in Kihei that they rented out to vacationers, you know, on the beach.
And you're off
the
to
next
Hawaii.
2 days, I was on my way here. You know, that lady knew that, and I rented a car. And the first wrong thing I did, stopped at the McDonald's. I got back to the place, and I knocked at the manager's office, and before I knocked, it's a night. There's a note on the door, welcome home, Elsie Stewart. Your cabin or lodge, whatever she called it, is so-and-so, and it is open. You just walk right in. And the low lights were left in my apartment where I was going to stay. And there was a fruit basket in the middle of it wasn't a basket, it was flat like a middle of the table there, a few things. And I looked in the refrigerator, and there's stuff for me for breakfast. And thought that was pretty nice, so I'm going to have to worry about that.